Now that you've already at Corbett, close to Ramnagar, what else can you do in this region? Well, first, to continue with the Corbett saga, first and foremost, when you visit Dhikala, at Dhangari Gate, there's this beautiful Corbett Museum right here, which is possibly the best museum on wildlife which I've seen in this country. Do make it a point to visit this. From here you go up to Kaladungi. There's Jim Corbett's house there, which again has been converted into a museum, a nice museum at that. Calls for a visit. Do a day trip or a 2-nighter or a 3-nighter trip to Nainital. You want to go a little more adventurous, you can drive down to places like Marchula, Ranikhet, Almora. You can do any and all of these. It is worthwhile. Maybe you can do a circuit from here. You can go up to Bhimtal, Nokuchiatal, any of these places. In short, if you plan a trip here, do a 3 or 4-nighter in Jim Corbett Park, 2 nights in one zone, 2 nights in another zone. If you're luxury minded, you go and stay in any of these 5-star properties. Me, if you ask me, there's nothing better than a good homestay, and that's something I'm going to be talking about tomorrow. There's a homestay called The Homestead, which is my personal favorite. Incidentally, it belongs to my in-laws, so all the more reason. But it's a great place to be. It gives you a true farming experience. It's away from the madding crowds, and I'll talk more about it tomorrow. What else? Well, there are places like Sitabani, which are extremely forested, and you can pretty much drive up there. This year, that place has had a fair amount of tiger sightings, so it is well worth it. Plan your trip around Corbett and do try to take out another 2-3 days to do whatever is around. Most of the gates into Corbett zones would have a good shop selling mementos and things featured and themed with Jim Corbett. It's a good idea to buy them. They are great mementos, and once you go back, they will give you many happy memories. Additionally, do read as many books as you can about Jim Corbett. He's written them extensively and beautifully, and you will learn the traits and habits of the tigers and how human interference and human overlap has driven a lot of them, provoked a lot of them to becoming man-eaters. There is a documentary which I saw, if I remember correctly, made by a lady called Ghosh, called The Corbett Saga. Please see that if you get the chance, because it is a very informative and interesting documentary. I'm not going to talk much about it because I would like you to see it for yourself. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been a bit of an impromptu kind of a series where I have really talked on all this with very little preparation or time, but nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed making these videos. Thanks, and have a great safari whenever you plan one in Jim Corbett.